Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2! Today it's going to be a match between Serral and HeroMarine here on Golden Wall, the latter edition. Bottom right-hand corner, it is the red Terran player from Germany. It is HeroMarine. And in the bottom left-hand corner of this very weird map, it is the blue Zerg player from Finland. It is Serral. Finland was the country with the incredible snipers, right? I get my Scandinavian countries mixed up, which makes me, you know, an ignorant American. I acknowledge that. But yeah, I kind of feel like Finland had some incredible snipers, as the Russians can attest from World War II. Anyway, 16, 18, 17. One Rax expand here from HeroMarine. And yeah, both these players are European. Both of these players are elite players, and I can't help but feel that the region lock is having the intended consequence, an intended result, right? The region lock, which prevented Korean players from playing in the WCS events, except for BlizzCon for a few years there, was intended to give foreign players just a little bit of experience winning, a little bit more motivation to sign up and practice hard to earn money, and I think it worked, man. HeroMarine is playing incredible here in 2020. Serral has already won BlizzCon and is a constant terror in the scene here. Rainer's doing amazing things. Clem is playing fantastically too. Another European Terran player. So I think things are good. I really think the state of the foreign scene in StarCraft 2 is better than it's ever been. You come into series and it used to be, Korean versus a non-Korean, the Korean's going to win. Not anymore. Things are nuts, man, and I like it. I like having some more parity out there. I like not knowing who's going to win just based on what country they're from. And I'm not sure that the Korean players would agree, but I don't know. It's harder for them to get stuff done, and maybe they welcome and relish the challenge. Maybe there's more people to challenge them in their StarCraft 2 abilities. Anyway, Reaper cruising on over. His name is Frost Walrus. Thanks, White Fang Woe. He protect the secret web, which lies inside the snow. It's like a haiku, but also the He Protect meme as well. I don't know, man. I don't know what this is at all, White Fang Woe, but it's kind of like postmodern and interesting anyway. So the Lings are doing the dance. The Queen's a little bit late. I'm not sure if that's just a shorter rush distance on this map or what, but Reaper's going to get a kill. Could have possibly maybe gotten the kill there, which is something of a rarity these days in StarCraft for Reapers to get anything done. Season 3rd base coming up. No big surprise there. And Factory going to swap on over to a reactor. Yes, this is where we live. Hey, just a quick PSA. I post every single day. So if you're ever like, hey, wasn't Falcon posted today? It's a lie. I posted already, okay? So if you're expecting a cast from me, it's coming up. I don't miss days. I don't sleep on you. Additionally, if you're like, hey, why isn't Falcon posted anything in a couple weeks? Also a total lie. Sometimes YouTube just won't show you stuff that I've put out. So if you want my casts, just come directly to youtube.com/FalconPaladin, and good things will be there waiting for you. I promise. I post something every day at 10 a.m. Eastern in the U.S., and then sometimes at 11 a.m. Eastern in the U.S., which, what? 2 posts in one day? It's a Brood War and a StarCraft 2 cast on Mondays and Thursdays. Or Mondays and Thursdays I do that. And sometimes extra bonus casts too, like at the GM level or the Masters level if it's a game that's really interesting in some way. I'll toss that up too. So extra bonus casts all over the place because I love you. Falcon is there for you every day. I've had people that are like, man, YouTube just stopped showing me your stuff and I thought you'd given up on casting. And I'm like, no, I've never stopped. In 5 years, I have not stopped. It's not happened. I've never found myself in a position where I've had to stop, which is fantastic. I've never been hospitalized, right? I've never had like a serious life-threatening emergency come up for anybody in my life, and that's been really good. Also, what helps is I run with a buffer. I do cast a week in advance, and so if something does come up and it lasts for less than a week, I'm fine. Stuff's posting anyway. The buffer feature in YouTube is really nice. Okay, enough about me. That's your PSA for the day. But Barracks, HeroMarine can go mech. But I think he does tend to favor the bio, as the snipe and the creep tumor is complete. Can't cancel those anymore. So Serral, unfortunately, losing that tumor. But you know what? He has a couple others in the vicinity here. He doesn't have to worry about a single thing. He's going to be all right. Serral the Terrifying. Oh, look at him killing Hellions off creep, man. Reaper goes down. Goodbye, Frost Walrus. This Hellion is like a tiny bit slower than the Lings. But that does help you escape and get back to your other buddies. 3 Hellions is much different than 1 Hellion, it turns out. 1-1 coming in from Serral for the Lings and potentially the Banelings. Does like to get a Baneling nest around this time. Where is it, though? Not worried about it. I guess the third base from HeroMarine is coming up. Does he have vision on this at all? Does he have any vision whatsoever? He's an Overlord over here, but he's coming in for the scout now to see what's going on. And he's not really going to see much to surprise him at all. But the third base by HeroMarine is running, and Serral does not have a fourth yet. Nor does he have a Baneling nest, although he is starting one now. Yeah, man, this is Ling Queen. This is Ling Queen defense, which really works if your opponent's going for a fast third, as HeroMarine is. So the Hellions are here to defend. That's a lot of Lings, man. I kind of feel like those Lings can take down those 3 Hellions if they want. But instead, he's coming back, like, all the way back home. What is he? Is there a drop? What is that? I don't know. Starport is done. Medevacs are in production now, but there's your fourth base. Okay. Serral playing a little passively. I think he could have jumped on this. I really do. There were 3 Hellions, and he had like 25 Lings. And sure, they're off creep, but they are attacking, and the Hellions are defending, and they can't run away, right? If they run away, all these SCVs die. I don't know. That was odd. I'm not sure what that was. Maybe Serral's like, I don't feel comfortable engaging with anything unless I have Baneling or Queen support, which is probably smart. And again, he's like the best Zerg on Earth right now. Although, man, CDZ, though. See this? That's what I'm talking about right there. He got beat by Raynor in a ZVZ series at TSL 5. It's just Raynor has Serral's number. I don't know what it is. Raynor is not, I don't think he's as good a player as Serral overall, but head-to-head, man, that's where we're at. So here's the unload, but a million Lings with 1-1er here. That's just not happening at all. So get on out. You did try to get your damage done. You missed. Overseer here scouting things out around, and this is how you play Zerg, man. This is the Serral style. You defend and you defend and you defend and you defend, and then once you've defended enough, you win. It's very strange that way, but I've said this before. I really feel like Serral is the first Zerg player to just straight up embrace what Blizzard intended was Zerg to be in StarCraft 2 from the beginning, which is an incredibly defensive race. That's why they have the creep with the vision and the speed boosts, is so they stay close to home. Really good defensive capabilities with Queens, for example. And if you defend enough and expand enough and continue defending enough, then you're going to have an advantage and be able to kill your opponent. Too many Zerg players for a long time were like, it's a 2-base attack, it's a Baneling bus, it's Roach, and it's Ravager, and sure, that's good. And it can win at a certain level, but you're not winning BlizzCons with that, generally. At least not overall. But Serral, man, he decided, I'm doing it this way, and it works, and other Zerg players have started to emulate him, and it works for them. 5th base by Serral coming up now. Spire on the way for Serral, and I say this a lot, I know. I only feel like there are about 3 Zerg players on Earth who can really handle mutas against an elite Terran player, and HeroMarine is an elite Terran player. It's Serral, I think it's Dark, and I think it's Rogue, and I think that's the entire list. I don't trust anybody else with Mutalisks. 10 on the way here. If you want to see mutas used in a way that reminds you of a just virtuoso performance on a violin, watch this. This is going to be great. I'm talking it up, and, you know, Serral's going to fly over like 3 Widowmines and everything's going to die. But I don't know. I'm telling you, he's insanely good. HeroMarine, on the other hand, insanely good pre-splits here. Falling back to tanks. Serral does not like this. He does not like what he sees. This is a lot of bio. It's 119 to 89 total supply. Baneling's getting canceled all over the place and trying to get rebuilt up this way. How brave is HeroMarine engaging on creep right now? Really stupid brave. Does he have another scan? The mutas are here, though. Look, oh, flies into a missile turret, loses a muta. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the stuff. Dude, Serral's 5th base is going to die. There's no saving it. The mutas are trying to find what damage they can. There's actually nothing defending the natural base at all. See, the SCVs have to flee. Gets the hatch, pulling back to the tanks. Is there enough to hold here? That's a lot of Lings. They have good upgrades. The Banelings are there as well. And Serral does force HeroMarine off of the creep here, but after he loses the hatchery, the mutas do get shoved away by the army, and I gotta say, I think HeroMarine's in the lead right now. His army is bigger a little bit. Oh, this is what mutas can do that Lings and Banelings cannot, is attack those medevacs, and that's how you beat an elite Terran player, is you kill their medevacs, or even a non-elite Terran player, is you kill their medevacs. +3 attack getting started from HeroMarine for his bio at 10 minutes. That is great timing. Flyer attack level 1 coming in. 40 Lings in production from Serral. Bling Muta has been more popular in the meta now than it's been since like Heart of the Swarm, man. Years ago, this was the thing to do against Terran, but then, I don't know, Widow Mines were introduced. Okay, not in Legacy of the Void, but I don't know what it was. The meta changed. Oh, missile turret reaction time is just enough. 2 SCVs go down, but Mutalisk dies there too. Free Medivacs is pretty delicious. I like free Medivacs. Lings and Banelings on the edges of the creep here. Serral doing a good job staying on the edges of the creep right now. Mutalisks escape with their prize, which is 2 dead Medivacs and a job well done. HeroMarine again staying off the creep as much as he can for vision purposes and for speed purposes, so he doesn't get surrounded as easily. If you're on creep, bad things will happen. Can you just jump in on that hatch? I mean, you might as well. Your +2 attack is done. You got stim. I don't know if you're killing it with these, like, 5 Marines. You know what? If the Zerg player is distracted... Oh my gosh, he's going to get it. Where is Serral? I guess he's picking off reinforcements that are trying to join the party, but losing that hatch is massive. Serral has double expanded. Well, he's working on it to the gold and to the south here. He's double expanding now. Dude, these Marines are like, we thought we would die. What is wrong with us? Lings jumping into the 3rd base. That's not a planetary. Good. The supply depot positioning here is disgusting. But that's like 100 Banelings. The splits, HeroMarine splits are good. They are good splits. Where'd the turret go? He jumped on the turret and got 5 SCVs, but I'm not sure that it's enough, to be honest. Income is favoring Serral, but only about 600 minerals per minute, which is not really enough to be ahead against a Terran player in any stretch. Let's see the Mutas just staying alive, picking off reactors here and there. 5 Mutas have gone down. He hasn't flown over any Widow Mines yet, at least. He has lost a couple to missile turrets, but that, I think, was intentional more than anything else, except for the one. And HeroMarine pushing. He's like, you know what? If your Mutas are over this way, they're not part of your army right now, and I'm not sure you have enough to handle this. Traded a couple Marines for about 3 or 4 Banelings there, which are great trades. Planetary Fortress on the right side from HeroMarine getting attacked by the Mutas. That's bad. I don't think he can afford to lose that. And the army does come up to respond. The Mutas have already evacuated the area, though. Banelings cruising on in, trying to pre-split. That is so many Banelings, though. And you're on the creep. Just, oh, the Mutas are here, too. The Medivacs getting crushed. And HeroMarine was feeling really good about that until he wasn't. And then suddenly the Baneling train is still cruising in, and that is your good game. Wow. That engagement is probably worth looking at again. I don't... Like right here. This is HeroMarine. Is it maxed out? He has 146 total army supply. He's sitting at 41 Zerglings. No. 104 Marines, 4 tanks, 8 Medivacs. With 3-2. Not 3-3, but still. He's like, all right, we got this. We're clearing creep. He never cleared this creep, though, which I think would have been nice. Maybe it wouldn't have mattered all that much. Yeah, +3 attack finishes, and then there are just 50 Banelings. More Banelings keep hatching all the time, and you can't split well enough to kill this many Banelings with the Muta support. The Medivacs all die. And then at the end of that, we're looking at a 184 to 112. I mean, that is as crushing a victory as you're going to see in a ZVT. And for all the games recently where we've seen HeroMarine be awesome against Raynor especially, it's Serral, man. He's terrifying. His ZVT is possibly the best in the world. His ZVZ obviously is suspect against certain players, but man, his ZVT is disgusting. That was... He didn't even really have these bases. He just saturated this, I assume. It's kind of... Alright. It's been running. This thing not saturated yet. He's doing a drone transfer here. So he loses the 5th. In response, he double expands down to the south here, protected by creep a little bit better than this base was. And then he's just able to make 50 Banelings. And he's able to have 2-2 on those guys. Upgrades are so important for Banelings, too. These are not 0/0 banelings. 0/0 banelings would not do nearly as well as the 2/2 banelings did in that situation. But yeah, HeroMarine, he's happily here on 4 bases. He's maxed. Banelings, man, they're good. And I think maybe HeroMarine relied a little bit too heavily on Marines here and not enough on tanks or Marauders. I mean, obviously, it's 102 Marines and 4 tanks. There are no Marauders. I think he would have done well to invest in some Marauders here. Yes, I know there's Mutas, and I know the Marines are good against the Mutas. But maybe make a Thor, maybe rely on the rest of your Marines. Just have 10 or 12 Marauders to absorb some Baneling shots. And I think you'd be in a better position here. But shoot, what a match. That was nuts. Income definitely favoring Serral there. And at the end of the game, I think we can assume... I mean, I guess it really shouldn't affect the numbers because we don't get into the 3rd base really before the GG comes in. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Units lost a total of 10 medevacs. There were 4 medevacs remaining. I mean, that is just medevac destruction. Only those 5 mutas died. Of the 22 that he made, 5 Mutalisks died. That is elite Mutalisk control. That is not easy to do, and Serral showed you how it's done. So, wow. I had no idea that game would be as short. To be as short as it was, but... Oh, man. All right. Well, that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.